Welcome back, everybody. So glad you could be with me here today with a wood finishing conundrum. So, as you know, I put the first coat of Tried and True Oil on the workbench with the hopes that being polymerized, it would dry faster. Well, it's not drying. So, I'm going to have to contact the company and see, perhaps, there's a shelf life and I just have old finish. If that's the case, then I'll have to take some turpentine. Well, I'll ask them, but I probably will have to take some sort of solvent and wipe it down, dry it out, get some fresh, or just switch to my Kramer's finish, which I always use. So that brings up a question in my mind, and I've always had this question. You see, still have oil coming off on the rag. So when I was making furniture and cabinets, excuse me, while I get some fresh paper towel to wipe the sweat from me brow. When I was in business, I would always try to be economical. When I was doing multiple glue ups a day, there was no savings in buying small bottles of glue. So you would buy a gallon. But if your work patterns changed and the glue became older than 6, 8, 10, 12 months, you had to throw it away and get fresh because it has a shelf life. I mean, I have a couple of bottles of Tight Bond, and I'm not promoting Tight Bond. I just have a couple bottles of Tight Bond that I know are pretty much on their way out. Especially, now here's something you want to keep in mind. There's two things in your workshop that you need to be conscious of when it comes to finishes, and that includes everything from paint to oils and even some solvents like alcohol. High temperatures, low temperatures, well, that should be down here, low temperatures, and then humidity changes. Okay? Some finishes go bad at higher temperatures, some finishes go bad at low temperatures. So I have a heater up near the ceiling, and I keep this shop heated in the winter above 50 degrees. They say when you get down below 50, 45, things start going bad. The other reason I keep it at 50 or 52, whatever, is to keep dampness out. So, going to need to check in with the company on the finish, and we'll proceed with the workbench top. And then another topic, the table. What shall we call this table? My makeshift table of collection. All right. It has been very helpful in spreading things out so I can see what I have. However, it is in my way and I need the sawhorses. So I either have to make new sawhorses, which I don't have time for, or I need to start organizing, parting with, and packing away some of what's on that table. So, the table of collection conundrums, maybe we call it that. But I have so many planes that still need homes and tools that I'm going to be giving away. So stay tuned for Free Tool Friday. It's going to happen every Friday. I got something coming up this Friday that some of you may need or want. And I'm hoping whoever gets this really needs it. Just like when we gave away the Tay Tools 5.5, hope somebody who really needs it gets it, all right? So let me know what you think about finishes, solvents, paints, and how long you should keep them before you recycle or use them up or toss them or whatever. I mean, in the past, when I used to do contracting, I used to take all the paint that I had, pour it into a 5-gallon pail, stir it up, and I'd use that as primer on the drywall. It's going to go bad otherwise. And if for some reason I have to do touch up on something, I go get another quart or another gallon or whatever. So let me know what you think. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and share. Head out to your workshop and, well, I'd say make shavings, but I can't use my bench. Walter out.